Women have a right to choose a safe and empowering birth experience. And as long as they got their information and made a choice for themselves, we need to be supporting them in that. Hey mamas, it's your Cajun Stork here. So I'm gonna push you a little bit out of your comfort zone today. But before I begin, my name's Midwife Kira, and I believe that confidence in birth comes from being prepared. And as a midwife, I guarantee I know how to get you there. Consider subscribing to my channel and joining in today's conversation in the comments below. So did you see that article this week from USA Today? If you didn't, I'm gonna give you a quick recap that they found that 1 in 8 hospitals in America have complication rates double the national norm. Now, America already has pretty crummy statistics. I mean, in the industrialized world, we are definitely not in the lead for saving moms and babies. To discover that 1 in 8 American hospitals are doing even worse than we thought, that's a pretty scary statistic. And so this is where the rant comes in, is the fact that as a midwife, we have to constantly advocate for out-of-hospital birth being safe. And studies are being published consistently about birth centers and licensed midwives providing safe, affordable, and equivalent care, at least equivalent care, to a hospital with more empowering birth experiences. And yet American midwives are still having to fight this fight that we are safe while hospitals are getting away with these crappy statistics, and people are still walking into these hospitals assuming that, well, it's a hospital, so it must be keeping me safe. This is the safest place for me to give birth. And studies do not confirm that, time and time again. In fact, this particular article from USA Today hit a little close to home because it's only 2 hours from my house. It's the hospital that they did the article on. And I am somewhat surprised and also extremely disappointed. And so this really sparked some big emotions in me this week. In fact, one of the days I came to work and told our office manager, I'm not running a birth center anymore, because it's just so exhausting. Right after this article came out and I published it on my Facebook page, I met up with several people throughout the week, but one in particular was a woman who is pregnant who told me that she's been desiring a birth out of the hospital and a birth experience like the ones that she sees on my Facebook and Instagram, but she can't convince her husband because he thinks birth should happen in the hospital. And I get it, I get it. Why is it that we can continue to move down that path towards our hospital birth without thinking twice about it? And look, I'm not saying that midwives and birth centers are right for everyone. I'm just saying that informed consent truly comes when you gather all of your options and then make a decision. But if you don't even walk into a consult to ask the right questions, then how are you really going to get the knowledge besides seeing statistics here and there? I think it's time that you challenge yourself to go out, find a local midwife, and ask questions before you decide whether or not out-of-hospital birth is right for you. And I think you're gonna be really surprised. If you watch Jonas and Janelle's birth video, that's actually one of the things that Jonas said was, at first, delivering in a birth center was a no-brainer, no way. But then as they started to ask questions, it seemed like the right choice for them. And in fact, and I quote, it made more sense than they ever thought it would. But when an informed mother makes the decision to deliver outside of the hospital, it is not our place, or in the hospital, it doesn't matter. The fact is, it's an informed decision. It is not our place to tell her ugly comments, ignorant stories, shut her down, or anything like that to convince her that our birth plans are better than her birth choices. Women have a right to choose a safe and empowering birth experience. And as long as they got their information and made a choice for themselves, we need to be supporting them in that. So stop sharing negative birth stories. God, there are 100 million out there. Stop spreading the fear, the message of fear about childbirth, and start watching birth stories like Jonas and Janelle's about how incredible birth can be. And you might need to be reconsidering where you're giving birth to your baby. Anyway, I'm done with my rant. I just had to get that off my chest. If you're still with me, thanks for listening. I believe that confidence in birth comes from being prepared. And so I've made several other videos to help you get prepared for your best birth experience, and I have them posted here on the screen for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next Midwife Monday. Bye-bye.